That's according to one Chattanooga researcher.
Whether those thoughts are taught or learned through experience, she says they can lead to destruction if we are not conscious of them.
News Channel 9's Hannah Lawrence talked with her to determine your biases and use them to make decisions. Hannah.
Josh Latricia, the political science professor, told me about a bias test created at Harvard University that anyone can take online. It reveals feelings that you may not even realize that you have. She says that test and others show results especially related to race that people need to be conscious of during decision making.
Preconceptions are something Dr. Michelle Deerdorf says everyone has.
Bias in and of itself is not necessarily a bad thing. The question is, are we conscious of the biases we carry?
Am I a biased person? I guess it all depends on what.
Are you a biased person?
No, I'm not a biased person.
What kind of biases do you have that you think of?
I'd rather not speak on it.
Dr. Deerdorf says far too often the unwillingness to talk about controversial issues, especially dealing with race, leads to more frustration.
How do we allow one large percentage of our population to feel like they don't matter and that their lives don't count?
5 police officers shot and killed as a result of what the Dallas police chief says was a black man's will to kill white officers. This after 2 deadly shootings involving white officers and a black suspect earlier this week.
What do you think when you hear that those officers were killed?
I'll say just to get back even with them. I don't know.
You think that's okay?
No.
Deerdorf says it's not fair to place the blame for this incident in Dallas on the entire Black Lives Matter campaign.
I think the emphasis is on the wrong word when we talk about Black Lives Matter. I think the tendency is people want to emphasize that Black Lives Matter, which raised the question, well, don't all lives matter? Don't blue lives matter?
People are people, regardless of what their occupation is and what their skin color is. And I don't think we need to separate or try to distinguish whose lives matter more than the other. You know, I think that all lives matter.
According to a report by Pew Research Center, about 4 in 10 Americans express support for the Black Lives Matter movement, but blacks are considerably more likely to do so than whites or Hispanics. Josh.
Hannah, thank you. Prayer for Chattanooga and Dallas. One community leader says that's why